everyone, it's Clint Salter, your host for Dance Teachers Unite for 2015, and welcome to day number 1. And today is a really, really important day. So I'm glad that you're joining us because I know you want more students in your studio. You want to know how you can bring in more people and hopefully increase the profitability in your dance studio. But where does it start? Well, it definitely starts with you. And we are talking to 3 experts today around getting our mind sorted, getting through maybe some of that crap that stops us from moving forward and growing our businesses, and also looking after ourselves, exercising, making sure we're putting the right fuel into our bodies so that we can sustain our energy during the day and give the most to our clients and our families. So I'm super excited to be bringing you our masterclass guest right now, who is the amazing, the mind-body mentor, Marci. Hey, Marci.
I'm like, oh, it's day 1. I'm going to be on day 1. Yay. How much fun.
Yeah, you are day 1. You've got a big responsibility here. We are setting...
Lock it down. All right.
Locking it down. We are setting these guys up for success for the next 10 days. So, Marci, I'd love for you to share in about 60 seconds just a little bit about you, the work you do, and what your big mission in the world is.
Okay, well, 60 seconds. Let's go. Are you timing me?
I'm timing you.
My vision is to shift the consciousness of the planet. And I guess my main message would be that if you're not experiencing amazingness, awesomeness, you know, I like to use the word fucking fantastical. If you're not experiencing awesomeness in every aspect of your life, why not? Like, why the hell not? There's a belief system that says I can either have this, or a couple things working and not this. So I want to say bullshit. Everything gets to be awesome. And if that's not happening, what's going on inside you blocking that? That's boom. 60 seconds.
That's it. That's probably even like 30 seconds. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Marci, what, I guess, spurred you to kind of start doing this work in the world? Like, what was it? Did something happen in your life and you're like, you know what? It doesn't have to be like this.
No, Clint, my life's always been awesome.
Always. You just like woke up and you're like, yeah, awesome every day.
Obviously, my shit, I experienced the gifts, right? And out of all my messes of life came my message. And so, yes, of course, like it really started for me in just wanting to stop struggling. My life was struggle, from disease, dysfunction, you know, growing up on a farm where we had to raise our own food to survive, to, you know, having breast cancer and heart attack at 19, like you name it. My past history was, traumatic. And so my life was struggle. And I started in the body because at 4 years old, I took on a belief that, I have to have a perfect body to be loved, because I saw my mom be upset over her body and struggle. So I took on that belief of, if I have a good body, your body's so important. If you don't have a good body, you're not good enough, which was all bullshit. So what I found was, through all my younger years, I struggled to fight to get my good body. But what happened? We always sabotage. We never allow ourselves to get there, or we get there and, we do something to sabotage. Because the belief systems I had inside from the get-go were like, I'm not worthy of having it. I'm not good enough. I have to have a good body to be worthy. So I created resistance and sabotage. And so that's where I really started, was having a whole life of struggle. I was done struggling. I wanted to believe life could actually be awesome, but I couldn't actually imagine that because my life had been so much struggle. So I went through my journey of learning to break through those blocks and those beliefs and those thoughts and those patterns and the identity that I was living in that was keeping me in struggle, to have awesomeness.
Yeah. And so I was going to say, you use that word identity just then. And do you think a lot of people place an identity on them that my life's always going to be tough? It's always going to be a struggle. Things aren't ever going to happen to me that's going to be any good. You know, look at that person over there that's got that great life. I mean, do you see that a lot with people, with business owners?
That's a belief system and a thought. Those are patterns and thoughts and belief systems. Identities are personas that you live in, such as, so say for instance, a perfectionist identity is super common. 99.9% of us operate out of perfectionist identity patterns because the way we've been conditioned and trained in our society says, I have to show up this way for you to love me and be validated. Now, so even for us to be like, okay, we got to have it, maybe dance owners, we got to have a good body image because people are judging us, that we got to look the part and be a dancer. And all this is trying to show up a certain way to be good enough, which in the core it says, I'm not really worthy and good enough. Hence, we're blocking money. We're blocking relationships. We're blocking balance. We're doing that game of the entrepreneur that's like feast, famine with your money because you have unconscious commitments being broke because you're unworthy. Like, your patterns, the identity that you took on. So there's like being a victim is an identity, being the martyr, being someone who, so just these are things that you've chosen to live in because you based them off of decisions when you were little of how to survive, how the world operates, loved and accepted.
Totally. Marci, if we've got people sitting here going, oh my God, I think that's me. I mean, what, you know, when you're working with your clients, what are those first steps? Like what, if someone's identified, okay, yeah, maybe I'm living a bit in that, what would you suggest are those first things they do to try and make that shift?
Okay, well, first off, I think the biggest disconnect for people is realizing that they're the world's greatest example of how to treat them or how to love themselves. So if you're the person who, in perfectionist identity, you most likely lived in a mask, you've been hiding who you really are, meaning you just try to show up for everybody and do everything and you go, right? You're like, yes, I resonate with this too.
Yes. And I'm thinking of our studio owners who, you know, literally they're not number one on the list. Generally, they're not number 10 on the list. You know, their families, their students, the parents, the teachers, you know, they're looking after everyone else before them. So while you're saying that, I'm like, yes, this is our studio owners and our teachers.